Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Top 10 British foods that confuse the rest of the world. I feel like British food gets kind of roasted a little bit, probably unfairly. But what do I think of like British foods? Bangers and mash, is that British? I don't know. Black pudding, mince pies, chips, obviously, like fish and chips. Let's get into it, man. Let's see.
Food for thought. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 British foods that confuse the rest of the world. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so names are misleading or because their ingredients are so
I don't think I should have eaten that Scotch egg.
Is that egg with the sausage wrapped around it? Never mind, not important.
This popular British snack consists of a hard-boiled egg enclosed in sausage meat and breadcrumbs. London's
I love my hard-boiled eggs. I'm always having those. They're so convenient and high in protein, low in calories. Like.
Fortnum and Mason department store
So
supposedly invented them in 1738, although other sources claim they originated in Yorkshire. The earliest recipe for Scotch eggs, at least in print, dates back to 1809, which recommended they be served hot with gravy, though they can equally be eaten cold as a picnic food. The taste of Scotch eggs can vary depending on where you eat them as well, with different UK regions using their own local sausages in the dish.
Honestly, those sound good. Those sound good as hell.
Michael, would you like a miniature Scotch egg?
Oh, not for me, pet. I've got myself a steak and kidney pie.
Number 9. Deep-fried Mars bars.
This nation brought the world
deep-fried Mars bars,
steam engine, golf, whiskey, penicillin, and of course, the deep-fried Mars bar.
You'll find many unusual foods on a British chip shop menu, from curry sauce to mushy peas, but surely none is stranger than a deep-fried Mars bar. These calorie-laden snacks are made by dipping a chilled Mars bar into the batter normally used for frying fish, because chocolate isn't fattening enough on its own, right? The snack was apparently invented as a novelty item in the Haven chip bar in Scotland before growing in popularity. What will people think of frying next? Pizza?
Honestly, anything fried is like pretty much good. Fried food is something that you should enjoy in moderation, of course. A fried Mars bar, it probably tastes great.
Oh no, wait. They've already done that.
In Glasgow, perhaps the least healthy food ever sold is the deep-fried pork sausage kebab.
Number 8. Black pudding.
Deep-fried pork sausage
it might have
kebab.
pudding in the name, but most people will be
You don't need to deep fry that.
disappointed if they got served this for dessert. This sausage is typically made from a mixture of congealed pig's blood, lard, and oatmeal, and is usually eaten fried on toast.
Congealed pig's blood, lard, and oatmeal. All right.
Or as part of a full English breakfast.
Says black pudding's in it. Black puddings are no good to us.
Lemon cheesecake, it is not. Black pudding is most likely to have originated from times of hardship, when butchers would use every last part of an animal.
Times of hardship, they're using like the scrap or like the less savory, the less enticing items. But when back in times when it wasn't so easy, you would want to use every single scrap of food that you got for the highest nutritional value. Smart.
Animal for food. And whilst it might not be to everyone's taste, it was acclaimed as a superfood in 2016. Number 7. Mince pies.
What is this?
Originally, these short crust pastry pies were made with real mincemeat, but nowadays the filling is a mixture of dry fruit, peel, and a type of animal fat called suet. Eaten at Christmas, the pies are commonly spiced with cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg to represent the gifts presented to Jesus by the three wise men. Visitors to the UK are often put off by this dessert's name, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, is it? It just means that there's more left for the rest of us.
Mince pie, anyone?
Number 6. Bubble and squeak.
Bubble and squeak? It's piping hot.
This traditionally British dish is typically made from the leftovers of the equally traditional Sunday roast. Potatoes and cabbage are its core ingredients, but other vegetables can be added, such as carrots and Brussels sprouts. The possibilities are pretty much endless here. The potatoes are mashed into the cooked cabbage, then fried in a pan and eaten hot. The name bubble and squeak is said to come from the sound the ingredients make while they are cooking in the pan, and not from the effect they have on the diner's stomach when they reach it. Number 5. Toad and...
It sounds good. Yeah, it definitely sounds like kind of a Thanksgiving type of food. All right, toad in a hole. What's this?
In the hole. Yorkshire pudding, a humble batter made from eggs, flour and milk or water, was voted the top British regional dish in 2016, beating Cornish pasties and scones and cream. Or is that scones? But toad in the hole only increases the delicious factor by adding sausages to the dish. As for the origins of its admittedly pretty left field name, some people suggest that frogs were once included in the dish, and others that the finished meal looks a bit like toads submerged in mud. And honestly, what could be more appetizing than that?
Does Toad offend
I need to try this. It sounds good as hell.
you?
No, but sausage in the hole sounds fantastic.
Number 4, steak and kidney pie.
Oh,
Steak in a pie?
I'm not going to touch that
Sounds
one.
great. The kidneys, though, take a bit more explaining. Of course, offal is hardly unique to Britain. When you consider, though, that the function of an animal's kidney is to produce urine, it makes it particularly hard to see why anyone would spoil a steak pie by adding them into it. In Victorian times, oysters were used instead to bulk out the pie, but when shellfish prices rose, kidneys took their place. And surprisingly, the pies are still hugely popular in Britain, not least on football stadium terraces.
Steak and kidney pie.
Steak and
kidney pie.
Number 3, spotted dick. Britain
Spotted what?
has more than its fair share of unusual desserts, with bread and butter pudding providing a particularly perfect example.
Is this a
But nothing
sweet?
raises eyebrows quite like the sweet suet pudding known as spotted dick. The spotted part of the name comes from the dried fruits added to the dish, but
Right.
the dick part is more of a mystery, and it is hard to think of a more off-putting name for an after-dinner treat. Owing to this, in 2018, the dessert was reportedly renamed Spotted Richard in the Houses of Commons restaurant to spare diners' blushes.
That looks nothing like my spotted dick.
Right.
Number 2, haggis. The national dish of Scotland, this
Honestly, who
savoury
cares
pudding
what
is
it's
made
called
from the
if it's
minced
good, man?
heart, liver and lungs of
What
a
is this?
sheep, together with oatmeal and suet. It used to be boiled in the sheep's own stomach, but nowadays it is usually cooked in an artificial casing instead. It may look like something creative for a dare, yet fans of the dish compare its taste to peppery meatloaf. Americans in particular seem confused by this food, with a
Haggis?
2003 survey suggesting a third of Scotland's US visitors thought haggis was a kind of animal.
No, go easy on the wee one. His father's gonna go crazy and chop them all into haggis.
What's haggis?
Boy, you read my thoughts.
Number 1, beans on toast. This classic dish is arguably the nation's favourite, with Brits getting through a staggering 2 million tins of beans every single
This is the favorite though? Beans on toast? The favorite? You guys let me in the comments. Is this your favorite if you're watching from England?
day. Baked beans are also often eaten as part of a fry-up or on jacket potatoes, but in the hearts of the great British public, nothing beats simply adding them to toast. Or, if you're feeling particularly adventurous, you could always grate a little cheese on top. Considering the meal's simplicity, it's fair to say that most
Listen, I've had beans on toast and it's fine. It's good in like a pinch, but I wouldn't say it's like the most like tastiest thing. Like some of the prior meals on this list, I would say, yeah, I would have that before beans on toast. Beans, I love beans though. Love my beans. Good protein, carbs, like it's fine. It's great, but
non-Brits struggle to understand the reason for its immeasurable popularity. Do you agree with our picks?
all right, interesting ones. I like British food. I'm Canadian, so a lot of this food is familiar. Like there's things that I'm not seeing for the first time. That's for sure. I love my Yorkshire puddings. I love big British breakfasts like that. Like it's so good, man. Love it. Hearty, filling. Some of it's not necessarily stuff you want to eat every day. Like these are things that not everybody's gonna be eating every day, right? They're like delicacies. They're soul foods. They're treats. Good stuff. All right. See y'all soon. Peace.